it's Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and I am back with yet another video. Happy 2020! What did you do to ring in the new year? I just barely stayed awake till midnight. And I only stayed awake till midnight because I had to give Max his medicine. But that's fine. Today I am here to tell you what my goals are for 2020 craft-wise. And I have a lot of them this year. I maybe should have learned from last year to set less goals, but no. I've broken my goals down into categories-ish. So let's jump right into them. Yarn. I would like to knit 12 pair of socks. I have that goal every single year. I will probably have that goal every single year forever. Should I count slippers as socks? I don't think so. So 12 pair of socks. Along the same realm, I want to knit 12 hats and 12 Christmas ornaments. 12 Christmas ornaments is also something I do every year. So those are 3 standbys. I would like to knit 4 baby sweaters. I'm thinking of doing 2 boy, 2 girl, but we'll see where the wind takes me. You know I love baby knits. Continuing on with yarn, I would like to knit 2 sweaters for Miss Sadie, and I would like to knit 6 adult sweaters and 2 dog sweaters because I'm crazy. And my Scrappy Happy blanket, because I set a goal of 200 last year and I didn't reach that, so this year I set a goal of 300. I have just over 500 squares in it now, and if my math is correct, I need 1,400 squares to finish it for the size I want, which is a queen bed. So someday in 2039 I might be done and ready to apply the I-cord edging, but that's okay. 300 squares is my goal for this year. I would like to start and finish Lars and the Real Girl in this Bernat blanket yarn I have. Kristen has commented for years how much she likes the feel of Bernat blanket. I have never knit with Bernat blanket, but I have it. And I started it and ripped it out on the road because it was just too big and bulky. I would like to knit that, finish that, and give that to her. And I would like to, with my leftovers from the Scrappy Happy, I've made a whole bunch of giant magic cakes. I would like to start knitting, not finish, the Bits and Bobs blanket from K Jones. Yeah, so I'd like to do that. Moving on to fabric quilting. Last November on Craigslist, Kristen's father found this quilting. It's a stand to help you with free motion quilting. It is called the Gracie, and I didn't put it together last year because it's quite involved, and we were moving. I didn't see a point to putting it together. It takes hours to then just take it apart. So my first fabric goal for this year is to put that thing together. It seems daunting. The instruction manual to put it together is like this. So maybe you'll see that someday. And on the same page as that, I would like to try free motion quilting, just like last year. And I think this year I will do it, some basic free motion quilting, but we will see. I have a stack of quilt tops. I think there's 4 or 5 in there, and I would like to quilt and bind 2 of those before the end of the year. And I would like to fully finish 2 quilts, and that means from start to finish. I didn't finish any quilts last year. Well, I did mini quilts, but I didn't finish any big quilts last year, so this year I'm going to finish 4. Ew, and not just that, I'm going to do 3 quilt tops on top of that. Sometimes I wonder what I'm thinking when I do this to myself. But it's just a goal. The world does not end if you don't attain your goal, but I need something to aspire to, so I do it every year. In my crafty gifts video, I showed you these books that I got. Well, Farm Girl I had, Farm Girl Vintage 2, and Vintage Christmas. I would like to make at least 6 blocks out of these books. Probably 12 by 12 blocks to just keep and, I don't know, look at, do something with, maybe make a quilt someday. I also have these fabric panels that have farm animals on them and a chenille cutter, and I would like to make the rug that I intended to make when I got that. I don't know when I got it, but I got it. Also, this is on there. I'd like to make this mug rug. It's felt. I've never done this before, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's actually called a penny mat, but I plan on using it as a mug rug. And then also is this felt ornament kit. I bought these in Amish country. These might be good on the road projects if I like cut them out before I leave and then put them together on the road. Who knows? I'm starting to think about that. And I would also like to put together these. I bought these at a quilt store, I think in Nebraska. And I have stuff to make these into pillows. I have a plain background and a gingham to make the pillow, so I would like to do that. I think these would be really cute on this sofa. That is all of my sewing. Okay, now we're moving into cross stitch, and I'm not as far on one of these as I thought it was. So the first thing I would like to do is I would love to finish my colorful cow. I love this cow. I love it. I'm not a cow person, but I love this cow. Margaret gave this to me for my birthday a few years ago, and I thought this was going to take me years to do, and it is, too, hopefully. But I would like to finish him or her. I think it's a her. It's fun to work on. I thought the full coverage would be daunting, but it's so much fun to work on. So I'd like to finish this. And then I thought I was further on this, but this is a fast one to work on. I would like to finish this, which is Farmhouse Christmas from, it's either Little House or Country Cottage. I think it's Little House. I only have 2 blocks done, but they're pretty fast. This one took a little bit longer because it's full. This one I need a certain color for her face, which I should try and see if I can find one because I want to craft from stash. And then I started this border. There are 9 blocks altogether, so there's 7 more. So I'd like to finish that. I would like to fully finish 2 Mill Hill kits. I would like to fully finish 4 projects that are done. I have some languishing from last year over there. There's 2 I know of, and I'd like to finish 2 others. And I would also like to finish 2 other cross-stitch projects, probably on the smaller side. I have several in the works that could fall into that category, or I could start something new. Who knows? Oh, look at that. It is Little House. Anyway, next is papercraft / silhouette machine goals. I would like to make 6 mini albums for our road trips to take with us. Some to take with us and some to fill in from last year. I would like to make 2 postcard albums, one for 2019 where we went last year. I have a stack of postcards, and one for 2020. And I don't want to go out and buy an album. I want to make it myself. I have some chipboard that I'm going to use for that, so we'll see how that goes. And last but certainly not least, I would like to make 25 cards throughout the year. I always need birthday cards. I always need sympathy cards, sadly. Baby cards. What other cards? Just, hey, how you doing cards. So I'd like to make 25. I have some kits, and then of course I have the silhouette. So I think that's an attainable goal. I think that's about what I do. Every year I say I'm going to make Christmas cards. I didn't set it as a goal last year, but I didn't even actually send out Christmas cards this year. It's just too hectic. Too hectic. I usually send out like 100. Nothing this year. And I actually only got 2 or 3 in, so I think that's just the way of the world now. No less Christmas cards, more digital. But anyway, so those are my goals. 4.5 pages of them. Not 4.5, 3.5. 3 front and back. And 1 front only. So this is how I put them in. This is just my TGIF notebook. And then as I finish things, I just fill them in. That's the easiest way for me to keep track of things. I started doing this last year. Woo! And I found it really helpful. In years past, I would, at the end of the year, scramble to try and figure out, did I do this? This worked a lot easier. Like I said, this is just my YouTube TGIF video notebook, and I keep it in there. So, you have crafty goals for this year? I would love to hear them. Leave them down below, and let's cheer each other on. And I think that's all I have for today. I will talk to you guys real soon, and until next time, bye-bye.